you're back. We plan on planting the poison in the water wells outside of Luhai City as soon as possible. I suddenly had a thought. This plan is not very safe. What if they don't stay in the city for long and decide to leave? We don't have any other better options right now. Once they decide to move, it won't be easy to tail them while hiding from a martial saint. I recently acquired a treasure. I heard that it is a specialty poison made by the 100-faced medical saint. It's colorless and odorless, and even a martial saint will find it difficult to resist. The best part is the way the poison spreads. It can disperse itself through the air. We can poison them by just bringing the poison pill close enough to them. What an incredible treasure! With this, our success rate will increase. Wait a minute, if it disperses through the air, won't we be? Don't worry, you won't die. The All Time Sect prison welcomes the 4 guests. Massacring an entire city without a thought. The ancient families have actually fallen to such a degree. Back in my time, although the ancient families were also very strong, with the 9 great sovereigns forming a power balance, they didn't dare to be this brazen. Power balance? What kind of power did the ancient families possess to counter the 9 sovereigns? The martial sovereigns were strong. They were capable of parting the ocean and toppling mountains. Relying on their cultivation, they could, indeed, suppress an entire ancient family alone. However, other than the accumulation of their family's strength, legacy techniques, formation arrays, and other treasures, they had a trump card that could threaten the martial sovereigns. Every ancient family worshipped a sovereign beast. The ancestors of the ancient families signed contracts with and provided these sovereign beasts resources. In exchange, the sovereign beasts protect their clan. While they both may be in the sovereign realm, sovereign beasts have stronger physical bodies and can live for much longer than human sovereigns. However, these beasts only appear during times of great peril to save the family. So, with the 9 sovereigns to keep them in check, the ancient families shouldn't be acting so arrogantly. This doesn't make any sense at all. Don't tell me something big happened in the 3,000 years during which I was trapped. Old Icehead back at the sect passed away 2,000 years ago, and only revived recently. He doesn't have any information about what happened in the last 2,000 years, and I've never heard him mention any big events that happened over 2,000 years ago. So the great change must have happened within the last 2,000 years. Sect Leader, I've read countless history books but none of them mention any big events. But aren't martial sovereigns just a legend? No one has ever met a martial sovereign. Even the 9 great sovereigns is merely a title left over from the ancient times. That should be normal, right? Anyone that has reached the sovereign realm should be hidden somewhere trying to advance another step. Impossible. I, myself, have met 3 martial sovereigns before. They aren't the type of existences that would settle down. How could they have been reduced to nothing more than legends? What about the ancient families? How many of them are there? There are 6 ancient families. The upper and lower 3. The upper 3 families include the Ling, Zhu, and Murong families. The lower 3 families include the Lu, Situ, and Yang family. And for some reason, all 6 families are gathered in the East Hao province. Martial sovereigns are beings with long lifespans and apex combat prowess. Yet there are no records of them at all. Then, perhaps, it's possible that someone is trying to suppress them. They most likely killed the 9 great sovereigns and 3 of the sovereign beasts. What's more, the fate of the guardian beasts of the lower 3 families is also uncertain. Even if they are alive, whoever did this actually forced the remaining sovereigns to huddle up in one place to protect themselves. System, if someone like that is our enemy, can't we just give up? With your talent, won't you also be able to one-shot martial sovereigns? But it's indeed too early for you to consider. An opponent like that you don't have to worry though. Isn't the Star Continent perfectly fine without the 9 great sovereigns? What you should be worrying about right now are the 3 guys behind the Murong family. We're going to Lily Saint Land to slap their faces. If they get involved, things will get messy. Then again, why would they care about an insignificant dual king like you? Sigh. With my luck, even if I don't want any accidents to happen, something will still go wrong. Ah, Shaolin, what kind of exotic treasure did you bring me this time? Lord Ancestor, this is a rare and exotic fruit I found in the northeast Lu province, the frozen quinoa. It just so happens to be capable of helping the ancestor relieve some heat and ease your meridians. Haha. You're still the one who understands my preferences the most, kid. So, is there anything interesting happening in the Star Continent? How is your family doing? With your protection, the family can only rise. As for interesting news, an upstart sect has recently dared to issue a challenge against our ancient families. But they are indeed somewhat capable. I sent 5 of my subordinates to teach them a lesson, but they ended up in the All Time Sect's prison. A bunch of trash. Prison? Yeah, their sect has some kind of a weird rule, due to which they don't deal the killing blow. Instead, they capture their opponents and lock them up. They even give them weird numbers like 0001 or whatever and post these prisoners on their sect announcement board. What's wrong with the ancestor? Third brother, you're already such a large bird. How can you still be so reckless? We are the ancestor beasts of the ancient families. We can't suffer a loss of dignity in front of others. Plus, the 3 of us brothers are considered the apex experts of the Star Continent now. Tell us, what has gotten you so flustered? Big brother, second brother. It appeared again. The prison with the numbering scheme. It appeared again. What? That person didn't come back again, did he? Second brother, what are you panicking for? We are no longer the same as we were back then. Even if the 3 of us work together, we still can't measure up to half his fingernail. Big brother is amazing. You can still keep a clear head. My 2 brothers, this is your elder brother's will. I want you 2 to be my witnesses.